Two. Lorna.
Lar?
Law.
Love on the Rocks and Caveman, a new comedy starring Ringo Starr and Barbara Bach. And Caveman is just one of 5 new films we'll be reviewing this week on Sneak Previews, 2 critics talking about the new movies in town. Across the aisle from me is Gene Siskel, film critic of the Chicago Tribune.
And this is Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times.
I walked out of the movie, I really had to question my motives. I wanted lunch, and I said, why?
Okay.
Let's do something completely different now. We move on to a movie that has nothing at all to do with the Renee film. It's called Caveman. Takes place about around 1 zillion years BC, when men fought it out with dinosaurs and women wore skunk-skin bikinis. The human vocabulary at that time contained only about 15 words, and I think you're going to hear about half of them in this scene, where Ringo Starr makes saves Shelley Long from being eaten by a prehistoric dinosaur. That dinosaur is about the funniest thing in this movie, which wants to be to Caveman movies what Airplane was to Airport. Well, sometimes the parody succeeds, as when former Oakland Raider John Matusak, as the leader of one tribe, forgets to let go when he throws a rock off a cliff, and so he throws himself over the cliff along with the rock. But most of the time, Caveman isn't very good. It might seem funny to kids, but didn't seem funny to me. One thing, though, at least I did learn the Caveman's 15-word vocabulary while watching this film, and in conclusion, I would like to state, by speaking in their tongue and saying that this movie is basically caca.
Well, not all the time, for the reason that you mentioned. The dinosaur is terrific. But I have to agree with you that the people in this film and all the jokes involving just them are pretty stupid and got boring real quick. I just love the dinosaur. There's a special effects artist, very famous in the history of Hollywood, Ray Harryhausen. He's made a lot of films about animated stop-action animation, very tough to do. I thought this film is of that caliber, high-quality animation.
You know, what's strange, it's harder to get timing, obviously, on special effects like that dinosaur, which isn't really there, in a sense, than it is for actors to provide it, and yet, strangely enough, the dinosaur's timing in this movie is funnier, his double takes, his tongue coming out of his mouth and so forth, than the timing of the human actors.
But let's be clear about it. I think we're both saying very clearly that the film is wildly uneven. Great dinosaur, dumb people. Finally, neither one of us can recommend Caveman, the parody of prehistoric adventure films. We love the dinosaur more than the humans, but we both say no, too many dumb gags.